in not just Nigeria but all around the world right now. But Nigeria is our focus right now, and the highest percentage of age demographic that is affected right now is the youth.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a large percentage of youths that are unemployed, and you see that can hinder the youth from contributing to national development. Another problem is underemployment. So a youth he escapes the fire of being unemployed, and then he moves into, should we call it, the frying pan of being underemployed. And that is just as almost as bad as being unemployed, because you are using, it's like you're wasting energy. You're wasting energy and you're not being paid enough for what you do, and that can hinder impact how the youth contribute to national development. Another problem is health related problems. We all know the famous HIV and AIDS, and we also know about other conditions like malnutrition, STIs, female genital mutilation, teenage pregnancy, which leads to a high level of school dropout, risks to life by unsafe abortions, etc. Poor access to medical facilities. These are some of the problems. Some of the best medical facilities that we have are expensive, and most youths are not rich. That's the truth. And they say health is wealth. And we also live in a country where you actually need to have wealth to have so, but then, for the youth to be able to impact the society the way they ought to, they have to be in perfect fit conditions. And if there are no systems around to ensure that they are well taken care of, it can impact their contributions to national development. Now, I spoke earlier about the increase in school dropouts, right? If we continue to have high levels of school dropout, not everyone becomes a Bill Gates. We know Bill Gates is a school dropout. Not everyone becomes a Mark Zuckerberg, right? But you have large cases of people who are in crime, and if you ask, they are school dropouts. And I feel like this is something that has to be sorted out, because knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Yes. And I feel like when you go through that entire process of being in school and then you graduate, it changes how you think about life and how you think about the society. The next thing is this the limited political voice. You and I know that youths have a limited political voice. There have been cries for the youths to be heard when it comes to politics. There was this movement, the Not Too Young to Rule, Not Too Young to Run campaign, and that's because sometimes it becomes really hard for you to come out and hold political offices. The moment they hear that you are young, even the youths turn on you. They tell you that you do not have,
you are too small to lead.
enough experience. And you see, if you have a vibrant youth who has a lot of ideas that can change the country, but he is not in a position to do that simply because he is young, how can he or she contribute to national development? It's almost impossible, isn't it? And then we have other things like abuse and exploitation. I've heard stories where intelligent women, young women, are not able to express themselves or contribute to national development by expressing themselves because they grew up in abusive homes or are even married to abusive men. Their mouths are sharp. They cannot communicate. They cannot tell the world their views, those golden ideas that they have inside of them, simply because they are just young women. And I feel that that is limiting the contributions of youth to national development. And then the last thing, there are many more, but I just have to summarize because there's not a lot of time, is the limit access to ICT and a lack of opportunities. This is a global world. And it's surprising, that we have a lot of youths that are limited. They have a very low level of ICT knowledge. And we live in a computer age where the world right now is a global village. And just to be able to have that ICT knowledge can take you really, really far and make it easier for you to contribute to national development. I always say this, that youths are better than the elders. I'm sorry to say, when it comes to anything related to ICT.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes,
True.
because our elders lived in an era, the analog era, and we are in the digital era. And they are very good with the analog because that was what happened in their era. And sometimes the joke about it, you see a parent who is doing WhatsApp and uses stickers or whatever, and the kids are like, "You use stickers?" And they're like, "You think I'm not technologically savvy like you are?" Because they know that the youths are better when it comes to things like this. But then we have a scenario where we have a large number of youths who are uneducated. If you are not educated, you cannot even understand ICT or know how to go about it. And I feel like there are a lot of contributions and changes that you can bring to the society and to Nigeria as a whole if they have a high level of ICT knowledge. So these are the various things that I feel are problems that need to be solved for the youth to be able to contribute or do more for the nation. Thank you.